First referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Second referee, Ms. Joy De Imus. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Signal HD Spikers. Let's begin with our team captain, wearing jersey number 3, Rachel Ann Dakis. At number 1, Claudine Troncoso. At number 7, Francis Cinia Molina. Number 11 is Rosalind Doria. Number 18, Marivic Velaine Meneses. And number 22, Maria Angelica Cayuna. Libero, number 14, Angelique Dionela. Head coach, Mr. Cecil Shaq de los Santos. Calling on our CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. Team captain wears jersey number 2, Alyssa Valdez. At number 3, Celine Domingo. Wearing jersey number 6, Jeanette Panaga. At number 12, Julia Melissa De Guzman. Number 18, Diana May Carlos. And at number 23, Jessica Margaret Galanza. Libero, number 11, Kyla Liana Atienza. Head coach, Mr. Sherwin Meneses. This match is under the regulation and supervision.
The starting lineup on your screens for the Signal HD Spikers. Doria, Meneses, Molina. Troncoso is back in the starting lineup, who played very well in that first matchup also and played very well in the first 4 games where they won. 11 points, if I'm not mistaken, against CREAMLINE in the first matchup, coming off a 13-point performance. That is the starting lineup of the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. Here's the ironic thing. Throughout the conference, Signal has been number 1 in blocking, diba? That's been their strength. And it was the strength that got them the win against CREAMLINE. But in the semifinals, CREAMLINE has been the best blocking team, Neil, and they needed that, especially in the last game where they had to come from behind.
Well, they already knew that it wasn't their strongest suit. So, throughout the training, coming into the semifinals, for sure, yan yung isa sa mga main categories na binantayan ng coaching staff ng Cool Smashers. And now that they are good in blocking, statistically speaking, mas makakatulong yon in really establishing a better floor defense.
Right. Signals up 1-0. Go back to Tots. Dakis keeps it in play. Cayuna. Molina with a push. Great reaction from De Guzman. And Meneses unable to keep that one on their side. 1-1. What do you remember from, other than the blocking, what do you remember from that first matchup? What did you like? I said earlier, I love the Cayuna, Morado, De Guzman matchup in the first one. What are your memories from that part 1 matchup?
Or if there's anything that I can say na evenly matched itong dalawang teams na to, it would always be in the offensive side of things. All of their wing hitters are actually their best scorers. So if you see the middle blockers punching in the numbers, kagaya ng ginawa ni Riri Meneses last game, that can spell the difference or that separation na kailangan nila sa isa't isa. Now for Signal, they really need to win this game. They're at 1-1, CREAMLINE is at 2-0. And the CREAMLINE is already done against PLDT. So mas maganda yung posisyon ngayon ng Cool Smashers.
Kaya ang bigat ng panalo. Nakita mo yung reaksyon ng Signal after they won. The Army really gave them a headache that last time out, but they got their first win in the semifinals. Let's go to Sam Corrales right now.
That's right. What Rachel Dakis says is that today is a do-or-die situation for the team. Now, what Signal will not allow themselves to experience right now is when their opponents are dictating the pace. Kailangan daw nila mag-focus sa kanilang laro. Now, their last win was a moment of redemption after picking themselves up from a slump, and they learned na kapag masyado silang gigil or eager, hindi sila nakakapag-perform ng maayos. Now, sa practice nila kahapon, Coach Shaq said that it was quite light. They just reviewed what they have to do for their game plan, and he's confident that they can put up a good fight. So let's see if Signal can get that back-to-back win today and turn it over back to our panel.
Sam, one of the biggest emphasis for Coach Shaq coming into the Invitational Conference was endgame. Composure, endgame, endgame, endgame. Lagi niyang sinasabi yan. And one of the things that you picked out from that Creamline Signal matchup in the elimination or preliminary round is that second set where Creamline was ahead by 7 points 3 times in that set. Fourth set, they were ahead by 5 points, and Creamline still lost it because Signal showed composure in yung mga endgame, endgame, endgame. And that's the biggest takeaway of Coach Shaq. Confidence-building win, but that's all gone already, as we know. Semifinals, 0-0 na lahat.
And psychologically speaking, may edge yung Signal because they already know that we beat this team before.
Yes.
And we know that we can do it again, as Cesc Molina said in the pregame.
And what it took. Wow. They kumapit ng kumapit, they came back and they won and dealt Sherwin Meneses his first defeat in the year 2022. I know that was the headline back then. 10-game winning streak broken. 4-all is the score. Nice start. As Troncoso gets us going for this rally. Combination! Nalinlang!
These are the combination plays that will surely confuse the middle blockers of Signal 80 Spiker. Small movements lang. It looked like Gemma Galanza was going to go for a hit from the middle. Then suddenly she changed her direction and hit that play too.
Great sell by Seth Domingo, by the way, who now serves and gets us going for this rally. Good first ball. Tots gets that. De Guzman opens to Gemma. Gemma, soft spike. Sadya Banil.
With a little help from the net. Troncoso just too late to pick that up. Both of these teams will still face our foreign team in King Will Taipei, and that was a statement opening game for them. They dealt Army another straight sets loss.
Yeah, that was a fun game, by the way. Army had their chances in at least 2 of the 3 sets. Gemma goes for the high hands. Check. Signal can't believe it, but yes.
That's the 3rd point of Gemma Galanza here in this first frame. Check ball from the hands of Cayuna.
The forefinger of Cayuna scratching that ball. Domingo, 3rd straight service. He scored 11 points in that first meeting. Biggest lead of the set so far. De Guzman opens again. Janela, Cayuna, Takis. Easy pickings for Troncoso. Good reaction by Creamline. Janela was there to save. Broken play. Chance ball. Bump set. It is out. 4 straight points. Actually, make that 5 straight points going into the technical timeout. inside the SM Mall of Asia Arena for our Monday doubleheader. I'm a little confused, you know, because our schedule's a little different. So it's a Monday doubleheader. I was about to say Saturday. I don't know why. But it does feel like a weekend because it's playoff volleyball. And it's between Signal and Creamline. It's been intense. And counter correction, Neil. It is a 4-0 run. And it's still a 4-0 run right now for the Cool Smashers. Make that 5. What are you seeing, Neil, here in this 5-0 run?
Well, Creamline's just relentless on attacking the defense of Signal HD. It has been Jem Galanza the past 4 or 5 sequences. Still no answer dito sa depensa ng Signal.
Nakakuha na isang puntos para maka-recover tayo. Ha? 1 point lang, 1 point lang. Ha? Sige, go, go. Sa magandang pasa, tapos create lang ulit ng atake. Patakihin mo ito sa... Si Jay mag-block dito, di ba? Oo, dito ka mag-atake kasi mahina bumuto ng bilis. Okay? Hihingi ka. Kaya lang kailangan natin ng pasa. Kaya natin dito, ha? Sige, Chay. Sige, Chay.
Like we said in the opening, two teams coming from very emotional 5-setter wins. A tough one by Signal over Army.
That's Josh Villanueva and Mimia in attendance.
While Creamline naman come from behind against PLDT. I have a usual "Are you concerned?" question to you, Neil. Meron ako mga ganyan sa'yo minsan. Creamline twice already here against PLDT has had a hard time, down 2-0. Against Signal, down 7 points, hirap na hirap. Are you seeing parang vulnerability with this champion team, or are the other teams just getting better?
I would say that it's a mix of both. Sometimes Creamline has that tendency to relax every time they get to establish a good lead. But on the other hand, you cannot discredit also the effort of the other teams.
Right.
Every time they mount that comeback. Kasi nakikita naman natin, pinapaghiraan nila each and every point.
Right. Kasi yun na naman nangyari sa PLDT last time for Creamline. But they were up 7 points. PLDT came back in that second set to win that one. But of course, at the end, it was Creamline who won in 5. A team that's done it all and seen it all, did not panic. That's a touch of the net by Doria. Lead now is at 6, the biggest of the set.
Signal system not functioning well so far here in this first set. Most of the attacks have been coming from the side of Creamline.
Galanza with 5, Carlos with 3. What a serve by Gia. What a bullet. So it goes back to them because of that serve. You know, we're going to give Dots Carlos the credit for that, but that serve was the one that gave them the opportunity to attack.
That's going to be a big problem for Signal HD. In the past few rallies, they have been giving a lot of free balls papunta sa side ng Creamline. That's why Gia is having a field day of selecting her point of attack.
Great save there by Elisa. That's overdone. An overpass. And Coach Shaq calls his second time out right away.
Easy point lang natin binibigay sa kanila. Huwag ganun. Kailangan, sa akin hindi tayo, wala masyado nating inaano yung ilalaro natin Tapos nakapokus tayo doon sa mga errors natin. Kailangan, makarecover tayo. Yun yung kailangan natin. Yeah. Jack, balik mo na.
That's Jesma Ramos, Majoy Baron, KKD, all in attendance. Congratulations, Jesma. Diba? Did she just graduate?
Miss Claudine Barreto.
Also in attendance here at the SM Mall of Asia Arena. witnessing a 9-1 run, Neil, by CREAMLINE. The defense of CREAMLINE has been stupendous. There's something we can't say about Signal as of the moment.
Signal just too stiff even in the transition plays on defense. Nakikita natin na tumitigil sila midway through their motions. Now that's a 9-point lead for the Cool Smashers.
And a 10-1 run. We were tied at 4-all, Neil. And that's still out. Wow. The run continues. A 2-0 team versus a 1-1 team. Every win counts here in this semifinal of 5 teams. Another opportunity here, but this time it is Gia too tight to the net. Good decision by Ces Molina.
Signal needs to find a way to activate their offense. Again, it has been CREAMLINE all throughout. Unofficially, 1 attack point pa lang ang nare-register ng Signal so far.
That's from Cayuna? Oh, it was from Jel Cayuna pa. Dots is rejected. But she goes back. Rejected again. Why not a third? Low wide. Good blocking. That's the kind of blocking we saw in that first matchup.
And that was also smart for Jel Cayuna to let go of that hit. Mukhang nanggigil na rin si Tots Carlos. She tried to get it off the hands of Jel Cayuna.
Right.
But sometimes she does that. Bibitawan niya yung block kasi alam niyang ipapacheck sa kanya.
Good pass. Chance ball for Signal. They're down by 8. Overpass.
Now you already have a few times lang na makakuha ng chance ball na gano'n, so you can't afford to mess that up. But we will enter the second technical timeout with CREAMLINE on top.
Back for more of the PVL here on One Sports. Boom Gonzalez, Neil Flores, CREAMLINE ahead 16-7 over Signal. The #1 attacking team doing what they know best, Neil.
Right now, CREAMLINE has 13 attack points compared to the 1 of Signal.
Another chance ball off a great save by Atienza. Great defense by CREAMLINE today, their floor defense. Ces Pumreno. Checked.
That's a commanding 10-point lead for the Cool Smashers. Even in the blocking, they already have 3 defensive touches against Signal.
Signal's almost right in front of us, Neil. What are you seeing in their patterns?
The energy is different. I don't know if it may be fatigue from their 5-set victory against Black Mamba Army. But right now, Jel Cayuna is doing all the work in scoring the points for Signal. That's 2 points already for Jel Cayuna. 1 attack and 1 block.
Yes. So basically, you're telling also us the rest of the points are all errors.
Yeah, that's correct.
And that's what CREAMLINE does also. They are a high error team, so They gave away 6 points to Signal.
And that's Jel Cayuna's third point.
Wow. Well, going in, in the semifinals, she is top 20 in scoring.
She's also top 2 in the serving category
Correct.
and in the setting category.
Number 1 going up from the elimination round. Nice block by Troncoso. Uy, binitawan! Binitawan! Right in front of us, Neil. Nagdalawang isip si Chai. Bumitaw ng saglit, and that's all Tots needed.
Let's take a look at this replay. Nag-lean back konti si Gia Morado de Guzman. That's why Riri Meneses thought that she was going for that reverse set.
The genius of Gia. Panaga, who is also one of the better servers here in the semifinals, sends that to the net. Franz Panaga has been playing so well also. Quietly. Also the best blocker now in the semifinals. She's doing a lot of quiet things for CREAMLINE. Nothing quiet about this 8-point lead. How many years have we seen that?
Now CREAMLINE is just toying with the defense of the Signal HD spikers. From powerful hits to drop shots, everything has been effective so far for the ladies in pink.
Thoughts coming into this game with 2 aces so far here in the semis. Takis. General with a reaction. General again. It's a good set. But Gemma was up to it. Gel. Better attack there from Rhea.
Finally, they get a good attack point. Again, Riri Meneses had a breakout game in that victory against Black Mamba Army. She had 23 points.
Yeah.
21 out of 48 attempts in the spiking category.
I mean, what is with our middle blockers this invitational conference, Neil? Diba? Palomata, Mika Reyes, they've been at 15, 16, 20 points. They're playing like wing spikers, at least in terms of the numbers. It's so good to watch. Nobody's complaining, by the way.
And now setters already have another viable option just in case their wing spikers have an off day.
Palomata is actually leading in spiking in the semifinals. Over Tots Carlos, would you believe? Carlos will do the setting. Good dig there by Molina. Chance ball and a 9-point lead. Troncoso. Atienza saw that coming. Gemma, sungkit. Long rally here. Reverse to Tots. Good reaction by Chai. Hindi niya inunahan yung bola, Neil. Hinintay niya si Seth.
You have to be in control of your motions every time na mabilis yung balikan ng bola. Sometimes dito nagkakaroon ng mga unforced net violations,
Right.
or overreaching calls.
It's easy to give away this set, Neil. You're down 9, 10 points. But you have to get some momentum going into the second set and get a rally going. If you're Signal, I mean. Joy De Imus calls a touch on Jel Cayuna. Nahuli.
Yup. Net violation on Cayuna.
Too aggressive on that one. Domingo, again, one of those who played very well in that last matchup, 11 points. That's another player who's been playing well for them, Doria, but not as of late.
Yeah, Doria only had 7 points in their last game, and we're used to seeing her get, what, 15 to 18 points on average?
Especially in that run that they had, no? Last conference, this conference. bumaba din talaga yung mga numbers nila once that all the health issues came into play. But as Molina said, no excuses. 8-point lead. They go back to Ses. Ses delays the spike. Pipe attack. Ses saves it. Cayuna for the attack. Gia opens up to Galanza, who is rejected. Nope.
Ball didn't go over.
Correct. 4 touches.
Now Signal is starting to wake up in terms of digging. Better defense shown on the floor.
Pati yata. Yeah. Pwede naman mag-running tapos stress eh. Galaw, 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 galaw. Walang first ball. Okay, tsaga. Follow cover. Pasa lang ulit, pasa lang ulit. Go, go, go!
Let's go!
Hey, green light! Happy, happy!
Our biggest lead was at 10. It's down to 7 right now. Creamline comfortably ahead still, but 7 has been a problem for them. That 7-point lead many times in this conference against this same team and against PLDT. They have relinquished big leads. And I think that's the reason why Sherwin called the timeout already.
I'm sure he already knows the tendencies of his players. That's why he already called the timeout kahit malayo pa yung lamang ng Creamline.
Naga. Run and gun to perfection. Coming into the to this matchup, scoring 24 points in the semis. Ganda na sagot ni Doria. Again, you may lose this set, but as you said, to get a little rhythm, to get some organization going, even as you lose the set.
And the first set is not in any way an indication of what's going to happen for the rest of the ball game.
Just ask Creamline from the last match. Which game did you cover? Was that the one or the
Army game? Yeah, I covered the
Signal
Army game.
Army.
That was intense.
Yeah. Napakaswerte ng mga taga-Antipolo nung araw na yun. 5 sets na intense. And you're right. That was, I saw Signal in that game. They looked like they were drained after that win.
It was 16-14,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But then again, ganun din yung Creamline. Come from behind. So no excuses for both teams. 2 points away from pocketing set number 1. Galanza scored 14 in the last game. That's a good set. Oh, good reaction by Tots. Gel.
Cesc Molina getting things going for Signal HD. She powered through that triple block of Creamline.
Yeah. Buka ng konti. Yung pader. 23-17. 6-point lead. Maybe a little headway here for Signal. You never know. Oh, that's not going to help. But you can't blame Gel. She's been doing so much in this first set. Set point, 7 of them in the hands of Bangs Panaga. 7th in serving here in the semis. Pump set, Troncoso. Good coverage by Gia. Tots. And Panapos. And Creamline behind the 8 points of Carlos. 6 points of Gemma Galanza. Win set number 1. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more action from the SM Mall of Asia Arena. 25-17 for the first set. We started at 4-all. Looked like it was going to be one of those sets, Neil. And then a 13-1 bomb. What happened there?
I'm sure the numbers will speak for itself later on, but it was all CREAMLINE in set number 1. The out attack, Signal HD, even on the service line, Gia Morado forcing the reception of Signal to falter, and they got a lot of free balls from that. On the other side naman, Signal had opportunities to get their attack points going, pero yun nga, nagiging faulty yung pasa nila papunta kay Jel Cayuna.
Okay, so what's a positive that I can take if I'm a Signal fan?
Well, if you're a Signal fan, ang nakita ko naman nung set number 1, yung digging nila na buhay. Mabagal lang sa simula, but they were up there. Look at the numbers.
Wow.
I was saying a while ago that they're evenly matched on the offensive side of things. But the Cool Smashers had 18 attack points compared to the 5 of Signal HD. Nakatulong pa yung 9 errors ng Cool Smashers.
Ano nga? 9 of the 17 points of Signal were practically given to them by the Cool Smashers, who are looking for win number 3. And 3-0 in a semifinal format of a single round robin of 5 teams. You know, that's you're giving yourself an 80+% chance of making it to the finals if you're at 3-0. That's how big this match means to CREAMLINE. Signal at 1-1 here in the semifinals. Atienza gets the cross court. Oh, that one drops in.
Deep cross court angle from Tots Carlos. No problem.
I thought it was long from our angle, but it drops in. That top spin brings that ball down, Neil.
Right on the line.
That flick of the wrist, that's what it does. Another chance to attack for Tots. And today, 10 points. So in the semifinals, 56 points already by Tots Carlos.
Oh, she's already at 10.
Today, yeah. 50 points, by the way, ang iniscore ni Gemma, Eliza, at ni Tots nung last game against PLDT. The Holy Trinity for them. Better attack, better setup there. Importante dito for the confidence of Signal. Di sila magpaiwan dito sa second set.
Most of the attack points that Signal got in that set number 1 was from their middle blockers.
Yeah.
Doria and Meneses doing the damage. So mukhang planado rin ng CREAMLINE to be able to check the wing spikers of Signal.
Lalo na to sa mga broken play, ano? Second service error by one of the best. Speaking of one of the best, let's go to Sam Corrales for this report.
Coming off a 5-setter win, Tots Carlos said it was a great opportunity for the team to really be mentally tough against this Signal squad. Now, even Signal defeated CREAMLINE before this conference. Tots says they've already put that behind them. Hindi na nila iniisip yon at naka-move on na sila. And today, they're just focusing on their strengths, not being complacent and taking it 1 point at a time habang nag-e-enjoy. Sabi nga ni Gia Morado de Guzman, the amount of training that they do helps them prepare for those intense moments. Kaya naman, based on what we're seeing tonight, I want to ask the panel, do you think it could also be another 5-setter for us today?
Neil, I will leave you with that question.
Kaya ka na bang manahan?
Okay, come back to us later daw, Sam. But will we even be surprised? Yun na lang ang sagot natin dyan. But right now, CREAMLINE looking good. That drops in. It's broken place and saving Signal.
Again, Jelka saving that tight pass. Yung one-handed set na yan to Doria.
Doria with her 4th point, by the way. And by the way, that first matchup actually ended in 4 lang. You know, when that's the other part of that surprise. Signal dealing CREAMLINE its first loss of the year and doing it in 4 sets. So, you know, CREAMLINE's antennas would be up for this one, for sure. Ganun naman kayo, Neil, mga player. inaabangan nyo na itong matchup na to eh.
And for sure, iba yung eagerness nila coming into this game knowing na sila lang nakatalo sa atin during the preliminaries.
Right. And you're in the Mall of Asia Arena. It's a semi-final matchup. Tots Carlos, unstoppable right now. You know what, I was thinking about this whole pink hair thing. And before that, what did she have? She had like a ash gray, well, whatever, right? And I was saying to myself, Neil, the old Tots Carlos would not
Really?
do that, in my opinion, only because she was such a different person and player before. She didn't like to call attention to herself. Now you're looking at a person who's super comfortable, super confident, and really doesn't care about anybody else, but her play stays the same. It's still elite.
And lalong tumataas pa yung level of play nito ni Tots Carlos nung sumali siya dito sa Creamline.
Correct. 3-6 is our score. Make that 3-7.
Still Creamline having that balanced offense against the blockers of Signal HD. And again, Tots Carlos already having 11 or 12 points.
11.
Itong blockers ng Signal, alam nila na mataas yung spike reach ni Tots. So they need to be able to adjust their timing on the block. Siguro pwede silang magpa-late ng konting-konti para maabot nila yung bola.
It's a good attack by Cess. Just to finish my point on Tots, you know, back then she would shy away from the spotlight. Kahit sa interview, ngayon yung unang sinabi niya nung in-interview siya during the time she was asked about her hair, ang sagot niya, para may iba naman. You know, she's just full of confidence and swagger now. That MVP look. That she knows that the game is the same for her, and it's an incredible person and journey to see, really. As they get to the technical timeout ahead. 8-4, Creamline is looking good. Fans inside the SM Mall of Asia Arena watching 2 games, including our new semi-finalist, our new team. We welcome them and they welcome themselves with a nice, exciting win over the Black Mamba Army in 3 sets, setting up this matchup between Signal and Creamline.
That's the first point of Rachel and Dax in this ball game. Someone has to step up and take charge para sa opensa nitong Signal, para sumunod yung other players on the floor. It should be Ces Molina.
Troncoso keeps it alive. Gia. Good reaction there by Cess. General will go to Dakis. Dakis goes long. And no check. Nine serving 5. Eliza Valdez, who, by the way, has also ramped up her game and her numbers here in the semifinals, as you and I expected. Escalanza Oh, little extra juice on that one.
Every time you see Tots Carlos and Gemma Galanza score most of the points, si Eliza Valdez working in the background on the non-scoring skills in digging and reception.
Timeout, Coach Shaq.
Ayos yung mga mukha.
I-ano natin yung sarili natin. Baguhin natin yung attitude natin dyan para maging okay tayo. Ha? Sige, go, 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 go.
Let's go! Let's go! Happy na signal! Awesome!
Jer, Jer.
Coach Shaq looking for answers here. This CREAMLINE is playing loose, playing sharp, playing focused, playing happy, I should say also. The second best scorer of the team in the semifinals is now Eliza Valdez. She's a top 2 in scoring and spiking over Gemma Galanza. She has taken over. And that's what we expected from her come crunch time. Oh, what a dump!
And even Gia de Guzman can score for the CREAMLINE Pool Smashers. 2 points already under her name. So practically everyone on the floor, except for the libero, will find a way to attack the defense of Signal HD.
Tusok na tusok pati yung dump ball niya. Hits the antenna. (11-6). Malabanan, I was thinking, when is Shaq going to kind of go to the bench and see if somebody can give him a spark here? Chance here. Troncoso. Again, great reaction by the defense. Good save. Malabanan from behind. Oh, no touch. That's a long ball for Gemma Galanza.
Nice hit from Gemma Galanza. She was under the ball, and you can see by the spin of it palang that it was already off.
Neil, you think there's a... I mean, and this is something that both teams would have faced anyway. Because of the confusion of the schedule within the last like 24 hours, a little over 24 hours, does that affect preparation? Because you're supposed to face different teams, and then all of a sudden, this is the original schedule, goes back to the original schedule. Does that affect? You think that's shaking up Signal a little bit?
Not necessarily, kasi alam naman nila na even without Kobe Shinwa participating in this conference, they would still face the remaining teams. So regardless of the changes in schedule, they focus on one game at a time.
Dito mo muna yung si Celine. Ito, lagi naman kinukuha yan eh. Pwede yan, pwede yan. Gemma, pag maganda, pwede. Celine ha, atake din ha. Atake din. Tots ready dito. Hey, control sa receive. Di malakas ang service. Oh, one step out. Hey, CREAMLINE!
Cesc Molina and the rest of the HD Spikers, a little bit of a run here to cut the lead down to 3. Coach Shaq looking for answers. It's another good serve from Malabanan. So she has been a factor.
They still have a lot of players on the bench talking about Signal HD. So marami pa baraha na pwedeng ilaro itong si Coach Shaq de los Santos. Abriam is still on the bench. Ayan, Estranier is also in the bench.
Right.
But so far, Jelka Yuna is doing a wonderful job as a setter.
Oh, what a beautiful looking piston play.
You already knew that Gemma Galanza is a power hitter, but once you mix the speed of her hits dun sa power, that makes it sometimes really unstoppable.
And then she leaves that gooseneck Yung pitik ng kamay. Ayun, no? That ball just going straight down. Technique is so beautiful. Great block. They'll allow it. Gia. Panaga scores.
Thanks Panaga getting a quick hit in for CREAMLINE. Still the defense of Signal HD very erratic at this point. There are a couple of times that you see them get surprised by the dump balls of CREAMLINE. That's why it's very hard for them to go for their counter-attack.
Also looking at Jelly Araneta, you know, girls who played very well also. It started even for Coach Shaq every now and then. Still on the bench. Lead is 4. Woo! Umuusok pa. 9 points. Gemma Galanza.
Signal has to go back and they have to remember that they are a good blocking team. They need to get those good touches para kahit papano may allowance si Jel Cayuna to set up their counter.
Oh, look at that wonderful cut that Gemma does in the last second of that swing. 49.
May back row tayo dito. Okay? Gamit lang.
Oy, happy! Happy na signal!
They're a great blocking team, but they are facing a great attacking team, the best actually, who's gotten better at blocking also in the semifinals.
Actually, right now, CREAMLINE is showing better blocking compared to the blocking of Signal HD. Ang dami nilang magandang touches on the offense.
Even if it's not offensive blocks, it's just the soft blocks, the delay to keep themselves in play. Well, the timeout worked, at least in terms of icing, said Domingo. Serving 14. It's wide. No, it's in. Panaga with 4.
Mitch Morente supporting her friends here in the Mall of Asia Arena.
Good effort by them earlier. Black Mamba Army. I thought they were just a tad bit tired in their first game. They had a lot of chances against our foreign guest team, the King Wales. Over Doug. Oh. Thought her reaction was like, oh, namigay ako. But they get it back. Gemma again. Says, got it. Troncoso sends it long. Gia goes back to Tots. Offense coming from everywhere.
Great digging from Eliza Valdez that led to that Todd Scar, the skill. Another 6-point lead as we enter our second technical timeout.
The road to the PBA starts here. Tutukan ng PBA D-League Aspirants 2022 sa One Sports at PBA Rush. Gusto mo bang malaman ang latest happenings sa sports? Dito lang tayo sa nag-iisang go-to tambayan ng lahat. So like, follow us on social media at One Sports PHL on all social media platforms. Ses gets to it on the save. De Guzman opens up to Galanza one-on-one, and Galanza on fire.
10 points for Gemma Galanza to support Tots Carlos and the rest of the Cool Smashers.
Alan Acero, team manager of Creamline, Ken Ukang. 17-10 is our score.
That's Grace Bombita.
Oh, was that Grace Bombita who we saw in
Yeah.
who's been out, of course, with the ACL recovery. She injured herself in the first day of the Open Conference in the Paco Arena. The unfortunate, and that was supposed to be her debut for the Signal HD Spikers. And I hope her recovery has been positive. That's Ken Ukang, a Signal team manager. Ken Ukang at the end of that bench with Jelly Araneta, Ayel Estoniero, and then bandang kanan, ayun na nga si Ayel, and then yun nga si Grace Bombita.
Ayel Estoniero is in the ball game, and she will take over the setting chores.
They're down 7 here. Good reaction and a chance here for Creamline. Tot says, see you later. 13 points on 12 attacks.
Tots Carlos has been getting a lot of clean hits over the blockers of Signal HD. Acuna not being able to close the gap.
That's 59 semi-final points by Tots Carlos so far, all in all. That's low.
Again, you can see the disparity of the offense from Creamline and Signal. It's just like set number 1.
The starters are on the bench now, except for Ces Molina, Troncoso also. Lead is ballooned. Another great serve. Oh,
What a hit from Tots Carlos.
and what a set by Gia. Gia was so close to the net already. Neil, she still manufactures this. Let's look at this. She was so close to the net.
Specialty of the house from Gia Morado de Guzman. And Tots Carlos made sure to serve justice dun sa set na yun ni Gia. 10-point lead for the Cool Smashers.
Abriam is now in the match. A complete different look now for Signal. Looking for answers against a barrage of points coming from the Open Conference champions.
That loss really paved the way for Creamline to re-exert their dominance over other teams.
It's a good point.
And coaches would always say, mabuti nang maaga tayo natalo.
11-2 before that service error. 11-2 run. Well, we did talk to Eliza Valdez right after that loss, and I remember asking her, is it just good to just get it out of the way, that 10-game winning streak, and not unbeaten for the whole year? And she says yes, to a certain degree. Ganun talaga. Tapos na yun, time to go for a new streak. She's been part of a few streaks, si Eliza, and they're still streaking here.
And you know you're in trouble when Eliza Valdez starts heating up. That may be her second point of the ball game, but expect more sets coming her way.
And they're really making it look easy right now. It's a 13-3 run as we speak. Malabanan saves one.
Just enough power from Malabanan to get it through the double block of Carlos and Domingo.
Jackie Acuna gets us going for this rally. And I believe, yes, when we talked to Eliza after that loss, it was here at the Mall of Asia Arena too. It was the game against Chocomucho when they bounced back, and bounced back big. They won in 3 sets. So after that, they've been, you know, on a roll again. They did look a little sloppy in their last game, but they still won that one. Another chance ball here for Creamline. Said Domingo apologizes to Acuna.
Creamline successful in maintaining this 10-point lead against the HD Spikers. Kanina, umokay na yung digging ng Signal, but along the way, natigil yung momentum nila.
You know, the message that they're sending here, Neil, is like, there's no coming back here today. Unlike in the first encounter, multiple times Signal came back, big deficits to win. Here, they're not giving them any chance to even get 1, 2, or 3, 4 points together.
Right now, Molina is the leading scorer for the HD Spikers with 5 points, followed by Doria with 4.
Yung 4 na yun, kanina pa yun.
And that's clearly not enough to get the points.
Eliza at the back end of another piston play. An exclamation point by the Open Conference champions to lead 2 sets to love in this matchup against the Signal HD Spikers. It's 25-17 and an even easier 25-15 second set. The Creamline Cool Smashers really working on some of the kinks that probably, it's not only the defeat from the first matchup, but I'm sure they're thinking about that last game where they had to come back. So they're fine-tuning some things and they look very fine-tuned today.
And in the early goings of set number 2, nakita naman natin that the Signal HD Spikers were there with Creamline. But again, during that midpoint, doon na kumalas yung Cool Smashers. And this is where I realized na kitang-kita natin yung sinasabi ni Kyla Atienza a while ago that they really worked on their coverage today. Paminsan pumapasok yung mga atake ng Signal, but they're still able to keep the ball alive. And just like the first set, the Cool Smashers were able to prevent Signal from getting their attack points. 19 compared to the 8, and that has been the storyline all throughout this ball game so far.
19 in the first set. Completely out-attacked them also. And here's the other part that I'm sure Signal doesn't want to hear. CREAMLINE has only committed 14 errors so far. That is a very low number when you talk about the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers. So you know that if that's the case, it's very dangerous. And yes, you pointed out to Kyla Atienza's answers in our pregame. That is the reason why we also pulled her for that interview. Not just because she was the player of the game the last game, but because we knew coverage was going to be important, digging was going to be important. And boy, they are close to spotless today. Jack was there, but Ria Meneses sinungkit. So another error to start set number 3. Okay, Signal. How do you get back your morale? How do you try to get back some confidence, some rhythm? What else can you do, Neil?
Right now, they have to be sure about their positioning pagdating sa depensa. A while ago in that first sequence, sinungkit ni Ria Meneses. She already knows that there will be support behind her. So these are the things that you should avoid para kahit paano mas maging fluid yung connection ng mga bola on your end of things.
Trust the coverage.
Now, Ayel Estraniero will be setting for Signal. Looks like Coach Shaq wants a change in strategy. Kaya upo muna si Jel Cayuna.
This low, fast set. Low, fast reverse set to Tots Carlos.
Such a high efficiency ball game for Tots Carlos. Even from broken place, parang she would just say, itaas mo lang. Then she would
I was just
build the
about
ball.
to say, I was just about to say, ganun lang nga yun. CREAMLINE saw that coming. So did Janela. Gitna. Oh, again, Gia selling it so well. Deceiving the blockers. If you look at that replay, you'll see Malabanan just got confused and left her feet so early on the second one.
Look at Liza Valdez moving from the left pin to the middle, to the right pin.
Jerry had no chance anymore to catch up with Valdez there. Early 2-point lead. That's wide. Not only did Tots score 24 in that last game, she had a little over 40% digging efficiency also in that previous game.
That's why she's one of the front runners for that MVP plum.
Back-to-back in case. That's not going to help them.
Signal still has a chance to come back from this ball game. You don't want to slide into the rankings to 1-2 record kasi kakalabanin pa yung King Will Taipei.
Yeah.
And a while ago, we saw that they're not a pushover team.
No, not at all.
They also have a Brazilian import on their side.
Very young, a lot of student athletes, very happy team also, audience friendly. But don't be mistaken, they play some really nice fast volleyball. And they're probably watching right now, scouting the other teams. A point for Doria finally.
That violation will be called.
Sumaya.
Gemma Galanza touched the net.
Only their 15th error of the game. I mean, if CREAMLINE is the type of team that can win with 30+, 40+ errors, imagine if they keep it 20 and under. It's really trouble for other teams.
But right now, Doria is proving to be the main option of attack for the centers of Signal HD. That was another quick hit.
Wow. Nice delay. Kala ko nalunod na, Neil.
Domingo just pushing it above the blockers.
Takis receiving. And again, another one off the hands. Doria scores another point. 6 on 6 attacks as we go to Sam Corrales.
The middles of both teams have been spectacular so far in this invitational conference. So I got the chance to speak to Pangs Panago of CREAMLINE, and she told me in the last stretch of their last match, nagtinginan lang sila and they already knew what to do. They looked into each other's eyes, and for them, it was really a team effort. So for CREAMLINE, nobody really steps up in crucial moments like this. It's more of all of them just knowing what to do, trusting in each other, and having that confidence. Kaya naman, let's see if they can finally close out this win today in 3 sets, or if Signal will continue to stay alive here. Back to you.
Thank you, Sam. They were also saying that in that last matchup, in the first 2 sets which they lost, as Ayel Estraniero continues this long rally. Ayel saving it, Takis pushing it, and they score after a long rally. Let's see if this turns things around for the Signal HD Spikers.
This is probably the first lead for the Signal HD Spikers in the first game.
And the first long rally that they really convincingly won. I was saying, Sam, in the first 2 sets of their last matchup against PLDT, they said they just didn't play happy, or did not play happy enough. That's why they lost it, they said. Tots trying to use the net. General high to Takis. 8-5. Signal for the first time has a lead going into a technical timeout. We're in the middle of a 6-1 run by the Signal HD Spikers. That's the most points that they've put together, strung together in this match.
Looks like gumagana rin yung change of setter ni Coach Jack de los Santos. Ayel Estraniero being able to activate all the attackers on the floor right now for Signal HD.
3-point lead, that also is their biggest lead. But that is always a killer.
Now, CREAMLINE has to be careful. They cannot slip into their old ways in relaxing too much pag meron na silang 2 sets to none lead.
Ayel. Doria. Atienza was there. Ayel shakes off Gemma Galanza. Ayel again. Takis. Oh, what a save by Gia.
And that will score a point for CREAMLINE.
That's her 3rd.
An unexpected turn of events in that last sequence.
Wow.
Gia Marado de Guzman with that excellent save.
Ang ganda nun dink din ni Takis eh. Pero Gia got a hand on it and scored. 2 straight points by CREAMLINE. Broken by Doria, who's got 7.
Now, she is the leading scorer for Signal HD. Yung mga back quick plays, yung mga slide na yan, very effective. A while ago, tinuro na yan ni Coach Jack de los Santos. Hanapin mo si Gemma Galanza. She is actually, based on their scouting siguro,
right,
will have the liability in blocking.
Gemma receives. Woof. Ayel and Tots meet at the net. Low 5 each other. Let's see the reaction after the spike. Ayel gives her a look.
We know that they're best of friends off court.
So, pati ba naman ako? Gaganyanin mo pa. 9-8. There's really nothing you can do when Tots is that high and you have a smallest blocker all alone. But now a hitting error. 9-all. Creamline recovering here. Jack. Oh, what a tough set. That's so low.
That was really too low for Riri Meneses.
5-1 counter run by the Cool Smashers, and they're in the lead. Over Doug. Ayel sends it over. Back to Tots. Ayel saw that one. The push. Oh, they're not gonna. Yeah, that's a point. Sabi ni Gia, she got it.
But the live judge is sure na nauna daw na lumapag yung bola sa floor compared sa kamay ni Gia Morado de Guzman.
So tough.
Tough call.
Tough call. Looks like Gia got the hand on that. But that's our angle. Point will stay. And it's Signal tying the match. 10-all. Ayel. Estranero. Oh.
They've been shooting themselves on the foot every time they get to establish their own wave of momentum. They commit that service error on the line. It's like a tug of war dun sa nilalaro ngayon ng Signal HD.
Takis. And Meneses drawing a little bit of attention there. Signal gets the point. Crawling here in the third set.
Right now, we're evenly tied in terms of attack points. Signal and Creamline having 6 apiece. This is what you want to see for the HD Spikers.
Ooh, back to back.
That's another unforced error for Signal. Of that Dakis error.
Not helping their cause, obviously. They need every single point that they can get against this Creamline team. Gemma. Somebody touched the net anyway. It's Molina.
Molina really has to talk with her setter in Ayala Estranier. She hasn't been getting as much attempts compared to other attackers on the floor for Signal.
All right, you're right. 6 points only for Molina. That's in!
Tots Carlos doing everything for Creamline. That's point number 19.
Yep. 17 attacks, 1 block, 1 service ace for Kaloy.
Balik natin yung energy natin. Kukunti lang yan eh. Hindi pa naman tapos yan. Napakalayo pa yan, ha? Okay. Yeah, oh, sige, sige. Go, go, go. Focus lang muna. Focus pa rin, ha? Focus pa rin na. Focus, ha? Focus.
What was once a 3-point lead by Signal is now a 3-point deficit. Creamline ahead 14-11, and Tots continues to serve with that high toss.
Another substitution will be made for the side of Signal. Acuna will be replacing Riri Meneses.
Balik muna si Acuna. At balik sa serve.
For Signal, they just have to be able to control yung factors na wala naman silang kalaban. And yan yung sinasabi ko about the service line. And Cesc Molina finally gets one through the defense of CREAMLINE.
She gets the set that Neil was asking for. Oh, it's from the opposite side. Look at that angle by Cesc. Running attack. Domingo. Yes, sir.
To our former teammate. Gia isolating one single blocker for Celine Domingo.
Valdez back serving. 15-12. Mababa na naman. But it worked. The push by Doria. 8 points.
Still the highest scorer right now for the HD Spikers.
CREAMLINE is 2 sets to love ahead. I had 2 points here, 15-13. Malapanan. That's long.
A lot of errors starting to kick in for Signal HD.
16-13 is our score. We'll be back.
Welcome back to set number 3. It's CREAMLINE against the Signal HD Spikers, and CREAMLINE is up top by 3. And now we go to our Twitter question of the game. Who will have the most impact in today's game? Hashtag PVL Invitational 2022. We have a tweet from Miko. Rachel Ann Dax will have the most impact in today's game since she possesses the leadership and composure needed in big and crucial games like this. It is a plus that she's already steady in offense and defense for Signal. We have another tweet from MJ Gianelli. CREAMLINE's Gia Morado and Signal's Jel Cayuna will have the most impact this game. It's up to them on how they will activate the attackers. Labanan ng magagaling na setters ulit. And from Master Vic Doncic, Gia de Guzman will have the most impact in this all-important game versus Signal. Blocking is Signal's forte, and Gia's magic will be the key for CREAMLINE to evade the Great Wall of Signal. Hashtag PVL Invitational 2022.
Bawi ako.
Okay? Sige, go. Receive muna ulit. Go.
Kapit lang. Signal!
Ay, Jen. Ready, assign neta.
Signal woke up from the wrong side of the bed. At one point here in set number 3, they had a 2-point lead, but now CREAMLINE is up top by 4 points.
Jel Cayuna back. And Ced Domingo will get us going for this rally. Signal looking for side out. Jelly Araneta. Getting ready to attack. They go to her. The push. Somebody touched the net. And it is Gia. Guilty, says.
Angeli Araneta in for the very first time in this ball game.
You mentioned her earlier. Gia de Guzman. Caught there by Mary Joy De Imus, our second referee. Good serve this time.
That's the first ace of the HD Spikers here in set number 3. Now Coach Sherwin Meneses will call a timeout.
Ikaw naman ang makakabasa eh.
Apo, coach. Sorry.
Medyo kasi, medyo ganun yung serve eh. So expect ng medyo pag-deflect tayo. Pagka medyo alanganin yung receive, kasi si Neta, ganun lang din yun. Para si Ayan lang din.
Hey, CREAMLINE! 17-15. Liza Valdez and the rest of the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers coming off a come-from-behind win against the PLDT high-speed hitters. Going for 3-0 in the semifinals. And again, successful timeout by Coach Sherwin. Coach Shaq, expressionless. And looking at a 3-point deficit and a 2 sets deficit. Araneta is denied. They go back to Neta. Thoughts on the opposite side. Great dig there by Cayuna. Angeli Bumuelo, return to sender.
Pangs Managa and Gemma Galanza teaming up for that block point para dito sa CREAMLINE. Broken play. It was obvious that they were going to Angeli Araneta. And the coverage again wasn't there for the HD Spikers.
19-15 now. Another tough serve by Gia. Rachel. Malabanan will set it up to Araneta, very close to the net. But that worked as Araneta ad-lib. Fighting for their lives here, not just for this set. They don't want to go 1-2. A little conversation there by Ces Molina, Ayel Estañero. Doria has played very well for them. 8 points. But will it be enough? It's a catch and throw for Gia.
Double contact actually from the first referee. One of the few times you will see Gia de Guzman commit that mistake.
Ricky Palou. Overlooking matters here in the semifinals of your Premier Volleyball League. The heart of volleyball as Gemma Galanza burns.
What a power hit from Gemma Galanza. What's new? A normal day in the office.
Ang ganda ng pagka-split pati nung play. Kaya by the time you get to Gemma, the ball's already gone. Swagger is on. And the lead is 3. Rachel sent back. Balik kay Rad. Rad finds a way to score off the outside hand of Tots.
Rachel Andak is pulling back on the power.
You're right.
To get it through the double block of Panaga and Carlos.
So Ces and Ayel are back. Kanina nag-uusap sila. So let's see if they have something planned here. It's Acuña, Dakis, and Molina, the front line for Ayel to play with.
No player in double digits for the Signal HD Spiker so far.
That is a number that's concerning. As Valdez scores her 6th point. She doesn't need to score much today, but she's done a lot of the other things. Valdez came into the semifinal game, this matchup, scoring 32 points in the semifinals, more than Galanza actually. Galanza managing 26. Oh, Acuna is left looking. Ano nagkamali doon, Neil?
The ball awareness wasn't there. I'm not sure kung saan nakatingin si Acuna in that last sequence, but you always have to not take your eyes off the ball hanggang hindi pa yung lumalapag sa floor.
Oh, really?
She didn't expect that the hit would be blocked by the defenders of CREAMLINE.
And again, we'll say it again. CREAMLINE's blocking in the semifinals has been at its best. Better than any team in the semifinals. They're already the best attacking team. They still are. And now they're getting better at the blocking part. As Rad is able to draw the error here on the defender. It's just a 3-point lead, Neil. We'll make that 4 now. And some scoreboard pressure on the Signal HD Spikers.
What precision for Tots Carlos. Look at that cut shot.
They were pushed to 5 sets in the previous match against PLDT. Today, they want to finish this in 3, and they want to make short work of the Signal HD Spikers. But they give up a point, sorry.
Net violation will be called on CREAMLINE. That is their 10th unforced error here in set number 3.
So that's 24 all in all.
Still a lot if ever they win in 3 sets.
Right. Good reaction by Ses. Bump set. Malabanan goes for the long. Valdez. High hands. Malabanan keeps it alive. Chance ball for CREAMLINE. 23-20. Combination play again.
Eliza Valdez with 7 quiet points, but as you said a while ago, she has been helping this team a lot in the digging category. But when you need her to score, alam na ni Gia kung saan pupunta.
And it's in her hands. The match point. Back set. Ses saves 1.
Now Signal gets to double digit in terms of attack points. And ito na yung closest score compared to the first 2.
Yeah.
So 3 points, that's still you're still in a better position to catch up.
Better set for them, but it might be too little, too late right now. General keeps it alive and a chance ball. Gia will go for it. Sed outside. Sed asking for a check. Fernando Velante says nope.
Signal HD still alive here in set number 3. They just need 2 points to force a deuce.
And Coach Sherwin will call a timeout as 2 match points have been saved.
May lakas tayo. Kyle, hindi masyado mag-receive si Chema. Hindi ba, kunin mo lang sa box ka sa target.
Okay, go.
Let's look at this last play. Sed claims there was a touch. Wala. She pushed it wide.
Yeah.
Fernando Velante was right. So 2 match points saved. Ses with the safe serve. And
That's it.
Sed gets it back. This time without a doubt. There will be no 5-setters today after Antipolo with 2 here at the Mall of Asia Arena. 2 3-setters, 2 sweeps. But more importantly for the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers, their 3rd semi-final win.
Creamline still undefeated so far here in our semifinals. I know nagulat din yung Signal HD na ganyan yung nilaro nila today, but we have to give it to the Creamline Cool Smashers, bringing perfection in today's game.
The best attacking team outgunning the Signal HD Spikers. 25-22 here in the third set. We'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap this baby up. Back inside the SM Mall of Asia Arena, and it's a straight sets victory for the Creamline Cool Smashers over the Signal HD Spikers. 25-17, 25-15, and 25-22. Who's your choice for player of the game, Neil?
Yeah, the Guzman was a masterclass really in setting today. She was able to get all the attackers going for the Creamline Cool Smashers, and even in the instances na feeling natin hindi niya na masiset yung bola, she would find a way to still give it to the other players on the floor. That's why she's our best player of the game.
Magdududa pa ba tayo, Neil, pagkatis sa mga ganyan paminsan-minsan? All right, let's go to Sam Corrales with our player of the game.
Man is here with me now. Congratulations, Gia. 26 excellent sets on top of 3 points. So, Gia, undefeated pa rin kayo dito sa semis, and you were able to get a redemption against Signal in 3 sets. So, kamusta yung feeling and what worked for the team?
Well, it feels great. We prepared so much for this game. Actually, for every game, grabe talaga yung preparations. We have to give credit also to our coaches and our teammates. Kasi back-to-back games kami, we just came from a 5-setter game that was a hard-fought win. Pero today, everyone came very focused on their basics. We tried to limit our errors also. So we're really grateful that everything worked out today.
And you're right, you know, you're coming from a 5-setter win, and ngayon, you were able to do it against, you know, a hungry squad also. Parang walang pagod. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gia, but really, what is the secret to your performance at this point of the conference?
Well, the coaches really made it a point to keep reminding us to keep talking, to play happy. Kasi at the end of the day, we're all playing the sport that we love. And yun yung nakakawala talaga ng pagod sa amin. And of course, the support of the fans and our family members who are here today.
And speaking of supporters, Gia, do you want to say hi and thank you to anybody today?
Hello to the Morado family, the Guzman family, the Go family, and also to the Rubisco management and all the supporters of the Creamline Cool Smashers and the PVL. Thank you so much. And also to my husband, Miguel. Hello.
Very cute. Thank you so much, Gia. And let's turn it over now back to our panel.
Thank you very much, Sam. Congratulations to Gia. Congratulations, Creamline. Is Miguel not here taking pictures today?
I'm not sure.
Parang di natin nakita. Set 3 highlights. Now, this was a much tighter set. Signal did better. They even led by 3 points at one point. But Creamline, I think Gia said it best when she said they came in prepared and focused. Those were the words that I took from that interview.
And I even saw siguro sa social media na Eliza that they actually trained very early in the morning, even after that 5-set thriller.
True.
So you can see the dedication of these players, and that-translate naman talaga sa gameplay nila today. And it was wise for them to finish this in straight sets so that they can get the rest. That they deserve.
Right.
And Signal, as you said a while ago, they were able to keep in step with CREAMLINE in terms of the attacking, 12 to 13, but they just had a lot of errors that didn't come at the right time. That's why CREAMLINE was able to get this victory in 3 straight sets.
And then, of course, they had a 2-set cushion, Neil, so that gave them, you know, some comfort level, the confidence to finish off Signal HD Spiders. All right, tuloy-tuloy ang ating laban tomorrow, Tuesday, at the SM Mall of Asia. Right here, we'll be back with the PLDT high-speed hitters who are 2-1 in the semifinals, going up against the King Whale Taipei team, which won earlier today against Army. So that's going to be at 4 p.m. tomorrow, right here at the SM Mall of Asia. And that will do it for us for your Monday doubleheader. Boy, no extensions today. Everything ending in straight sets for Sam Corrales, Neil Flores, and everybody behind One Sports and your Premier Volleyball League. My name is Boom Gonzalez, and we'll see you tomorrow for more semi-final action for your PVL, the heart of volleyball.